Hi and welcome back. In this video we're going to show you how not to get a ticket or arrested for flying your drone. I know some of you might think it's not possible, but it is because let's say I'll let you listen to a recording of a call I made to one of the local precincts, and you'll see the experience I had there. But also you don't want to wind up like these guys, right? Everyone thinks that they're invisible. It's just a drone. Well, it's more than just a drone. But anyway, so my plan was I wanted to fly here at the Croton Dam, which is a beautiful park. And look at that. The Before You Fly app says, "Hey, you're clear for takeoff." And I was like, "Wow, maybe." Because sometimes I like to use air control because air control sometimes will mirror something different than the Before You Fly app. Why? I don't know. So, I went back here, I typed in Croton Dam, and wow, it says I'm good to go. So then just to be sure, because, the app says one thing and the town or the county might say another. And so I called the local town of Croton, and I was like, "Hey, I'm just going to be flying my drone there to take some real estate footage. Am I good to go?" He's like, "Yeah, you're fine. It should be good. Let me check my emails or postings." He had looked in one of his databases, and he's like, "You're good to go." But then he put me on hold and was like, "Wait, hold on." And then he's like, "No, you actually have to talk to county." I'm like, "Oh, wow, county. So, like, what's the number to county?" So then they give me the number to county, and then I talk to county, and then county's like, yeah, you can't fly in either the Croton Point Park, which is the park over here near the train station on Croton and Hudson, and then, of course, near the dams, you can't fly in either. So I'm like, okay, but what about near the Croton train station? Because near the Croton station, there's a place where they fly RC planes. I said, what about there where the RC planes are flown? He's like, oh, okay, let me check 1 second. He's like, yeah, you're good to go. You should be able to, but just check with one of the guys there before you take off, because it might require some sort of membership, which it actually does, which is actually run by the AMA. So now the county says I can fly. The local police station says I can fly, but now I'm in AMA territory, which I don't have membership to, so I can't fly here. I can if I have an RC plane and I have my membership, but then if I want to fly near the dam, right near there, it's forbidden anyway. So it's sort of like a catch-22. So you want to make sure that you actually do your due diligence and your homework before you fly, because you can't always rely on these apps, because the app will give you a go, but the county and the town ordinances might say otherwise. And that's why I put together this video for you new guys out there, because it's not just a fly out of box experience where you're like, "Oh my God, this is always what I wanted for Christmas." And you go out and you fly in your local park just to find out that you can't fly. Or you might fly and you get caught, or you may not get caught, but if you do get caught, you may get a warning. Or you might get caught and you'll be given a hefty fine, and you'll probably wind up having to sell your drone and God knows what else, because you don't want to wind up like these guys. So, I hope this video helps you. And listen to the phone conversation that I had, because even though the town doesn't have anything in their ordinance now, there might be something in the works. Like this one particular town is actually working on having drone pilots get a permit just to actually fly in the town. So you'll have your trust, you have your 107, you'll have your insurance that you might need for your flight. And then just to find out you can't fly in the town because you don't have a permit, which is required for anyone to take off or land. Or some towns might not even let you take off or land with or without the permit. So, I hope this helps you. Listen on to the phone conversation and enjoy.
The village doesn't really have anything specific as of now. He
Got it.
said they're looking to add it to get like a permit and stuff like that, but
Oh,
there's
wow.
nothing on file right now.
Oh, that's good to know. Wow, so they're
Yep.
going to require permits. And what do you know anything what the permit process will entail, or just like a
Yeah,
fee
that I
or?
have no idea. He said that the village was kind of discussing on what they're able to do, but he
Hmm.
said nothing has passed as of yet. So he said
Got it.
as long as you're compliant with FAA and anything that they need, We said you're fine with us, and he said if you want to be extra courteous about it,
Got it.
you could just call our regular non-emergency number like you just did,
Okay.
and just kind of give a heads up in case concerned neighbors start calling about a drone
Right.
flying
And
over their house.
yeah, trust me, that happened today. Some woman's like, "You can't be doing that."
Right,
You get,
right, yeah.
yeah.
So
You're
he
gonna
said
get in
that's not
trouble.
even necessary, but he's
Yeah.
like, if you just wanted to give us a heads up, we'd
No,
appreciate
no,
it.
that's good to know because actually, I don't know if you know, Franklin Lakes, it's forbidden. You can't take off or land there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they don't want it, which is fine. That's why I like to call
Yeah.
beforehand because, like, for example, now you guys are going to implement the permit process, right? And
Yeah,
then
so it would make sense that every jurisdiction is going to have its own set of rules. So
yeah, no, that's why I like to call before taking off. But yeah, I like your idea of just calling just to, courteous. And what number was that again, though? Because I know it was what was it, 201?
there's all different sorts of numbers. I usually tell people 201-670-5519. That typically comes like right to the police desk here. You
Got it.
might sometimes go through like our dispatch, but you'll just get transferred down to one of us anyway.
Got it. Okay. No, thanks. I appreciate that. And I will call tomorrow before taking off just to be sure.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye. Wow, that was really interesting. So as you can see, the app said I was good to go. The the officer said I was good to go, which was great, but the town actually has plans to implement the permit process to be able to fly. So in a couple of months or next year this time, you'll have your 107, you'll have your trust, you'll have your insurance should the client require it, and think that you're good to go. But the town ordinance has changed, which went from nothing to something, and now requires a permit to actually fly in the town. And, I almost got into trouble today, but thankfully I did my homework. I'll share some footage with you that I had taken for the last video, right? Let's make sure the volume's down. So I went to this park to go and shoot. But before I went here, it was a 2-week process just to make sure I could fly there. There was actually a gentleman I ran into who ran the park, and took him about 2 weeks to get back to me. Just he looked into it, and apparently this right here is a county park, right? And so remember, the county park I had called in Croton said it's a no-go, but the county park here said it was okay, which is great. So it's not always going to be yay or nay depending on where you go. So you have to take that into consideration before you fly. Basically, the app is not really true to the local ordinance. So moving forward, I hope that this video helps you moving forward when it comes to flying responsibly and doing everything that you need to do so that you don't wind up like these guys, right? Because the last thing you want is for your reputation to be tarnished. And I'd rather be known as the guy who always calls before he goes, right? Rather than just winging it. And moving forward, I'll see you all next time.